Jim, on the one hand, like, you could say the me is unconditional love, but at the same time, you could say unconditional love doesn't recognize a separate person.
Yeah.
And that's why the me is threatened by unconditional love, because it doesn't have any recognition of it. Yeah, because falling in love with everything, not in a personal way, is the end of a position, isn't it?
Yeah.
End of a position.
Position, yeah.
Yeah. Appointment.
That's why the me is keeping distance, or what is the experience of distance anyway, but...
Well, that's more self-preservation. Not necessarily into me.
But it also seems like a way of existing. If there's things that, you know, seem, well, at least in my case, if there's things that seem unacceptable to me, then it's kind of a way of knowing that I exist, if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
So where, you said obviously in the introduction, the seeking and the longing, you were distinguishing them as different things. Obviously the me seeks, so what longs?
Yeah, nothing.
Besides talking about nothing and analyzing it, looking at it from different angles, what is the best way to go about applying it and practicing it on a daily basis?
There's nothing to practice. You were here at the beginning, right?
Yes. Well, today.
Today.
Well, in the beginning, I think I sort of, in the introduction, you know, it was sort of clear the dilemma, the separate experience, or looking for what is already.
To seek.
Seeking and longing, yeah. But seeking isn't looking for what is already. Seeking wants a practice. The part of the experience of being separate is that something needs to happen for this to become. Now, for the me, it's an idea of enlightenment, whatever it is. But in the end, it's about wholeness or completeness. And so for the me, that's always it can't, got it? Can't accept that there isn't something that needs to happen. And so it wants to practice something. And there isn't anything that could happen to make this more of what's longed for. It's not possible.
It's longing for its completion.
It longs for, well, the me is never complete.
Right.
And its experience is never complete. Its experience is always, because it's separate, that for some reason engenders a sense of need. So it's always seeking. Even if it stops seeking, that's just another form of seeking. So this, what we're talking about here, is completely impractical, valueless. I only tell people that after they paid, though.
Well, it's valueless for the me.
It is valueless for me.
Well, I guess it's valueless for the
Well,
that.
in the end, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, does the $60 have some value to you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's in here for free. That's right. Hint, hint.
65 times.
For the difficult people.
Well, at least you're clearing minimum wage.
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely. Jim, you know when you were talking just now on the break, and you said you were in love with this too. When you first heard it, you said you called Tony and you were terrified. So I guess then there was a recognition of the implications of this for me.
Yeah.
But was there ever a recognition of how profound of a love this is?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, not for me.
Or I mean, was it more when it was all over, then it was recognised how profound this really is?
Well, in that sense, I wouldn't call it profound, but the unconditional love of it, yeah, it was the end of me.
You can't call it profound.
No.
Well, that's another word you've striked off with anarchy and
Yeah.
chaos. But what word could you use to describe it? It's just so all-encompassing, is it?
Yeah.
It's so total in its... Because like I said to you when we were talking, this is total acceptance, isn't it? Like,
it isn't acceptance because there isn't any separation. There isn't anyone or anything to accept it.
but it's total...
It's unconditional love.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get my position on that, obviously, but...
So obviously you don't talk about this outside of meetings to people.
Oh, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah, sometimes you do,
There-
if they ask.
Where was I? It was Bratislava. I think it was Bratislava. And I just so happened, I was walking home from a meeting there, just so happened to meet a family on the street, and they were obviously English, and said hello, and I said hello, and because I spoke English, they started to speak with me. And they wouldn't stop asking what I did, and I said Asian philosophy. I said Advaita Vedanta, and they'd ask, and I asked what they do. Anyway, we went to bed. The next day, he wouldn't let go. The guy wouldn't let go. And so I told him. Gave him the whole thing. His eyes were going like this. He just couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. But no, it comes up sometimes. Yeah. It's really a response. Sometimes there's questions and there's a response.
Yeah.
But there's no proselytizing. There isn't trying to tell anyone anything.
Yeah. Isn't that nice?
Well.
Not to have to do that.
But there isn't anyone here that doesn't have to do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
No merch table.
No merch. We're working on it.
Trey is helping with it.
What's that?
Trey is helping with it.
Yeah.
I kind of worry you're going to answer this next question by saying there isn't a world. But it wouldn't make a difference if the whole world ended right now.
No. No, that's the dream of me. That it matters if I die now or in 100 years. That's the dream. That really points out the dream of me because it feels like it has life. It is alive and has a life.
And there is a real
And
world.
so the
in which-
idea is that if it has more experience, which is where, for the me, what's longed for is hidden, then there's more hope or more time to become or have fulfillment, as though there's something that it's getting out of it. There isn't anything to get out of it. Nothing to hold on to. So it makes no difference if it's now or 100 years. It's the same thing. There isn't a now and there isn't 100 years.
There isn't a tomorrow either.
And if the whole world is annihilated,
Well, there is no world.
yeah, the Earth, the appearance of the Earth.
Yeah, there isn't another. That's the dream of me, that it
But
lives on the earth.
If the appearance
Mm.
was obliterated by a meteor, it wouldn't matter.
Jim, let's say in a couple of weeks you'll be in England, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll do it this year, but last year you rented a car.
Yeah.
So you're driving on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
So something knows you're in England.
Oh no, you don't have to know where you are. All you have to do is keep the dividing line on the left side of the car. That's it.
Well, I'm not a driver, so...
That's all you have to do.
No, but what the question is kind of like, you don't know you're in a new country then.
There's the recognition or this function, but there isn't anyone that knows that.
There's no
there isn't anyone
experience.
to know that.
Well, this is what I was going to ask, because when I was in my hotel room earlier this morning, there was nothing recognising that I was somewhere else, other than home, if you know what I mean. It was just what was happening, waking up, putting on the, making a tea, whatever, but that was just happening. And then when the awareness kicked in later, it was like, there wasn't awareness of being somewhere different, if that makes sense. That's why I actually that thing,
Yeah.
It's weird. Well, it's not weird when it happens, because it's just
What's
that,
happening?
but yeah.
You said something about the me being, or thinking that it's alive,
That it has a life.
that it has a life. Oh. Because before you were talking about everything having a liveness.
Being aliveness, or is aliveness.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
having.
you're right. Sorry.
That's all right. But it really is totally different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being aliveness, but so is the me aliveness too?
Of course.
Okay. But it doesn't have a life.
No.
Okay.
Well, there isn't a me.
Yeah, but it's aliveness.
Everything is aliveness. Everything is that which can't be known, which makes very clear the experience of separation is an illusion. So there might be the experience of a me, but there isn't one, because the experience of me is one of separation. There isn't separation, because everything is that.
I'm trying to reconcile the me is aliveness. What was the other part of that? I can't remember. Doesn't matter.
That's true.
Jim, so also, when you said in the on videos you don't have a house, you didn't leave your house this morning.
No, this morning is just an idea.
There's just sitting in this apparent room, communicating with these apparent bodies, and there was never being in the house earlier,
No.
and you won't go back to a house later.
No.
Are there plans to go to the house?
You may or may not make it there.
There's just what appears. So you say, are there plans? So the idea arises, there's a car.
Right.
That's
I mean,
the
there are
idea.
plans to go to England, and there's a plane
Well,
ticket that you bought.
You say that. There's nothing known or held here about any of that.
Did you buy a ticket?
Well, I didn't do anything.
Was the ticket bought?
Yeah, there are tickets. Yeah, there are tickets. And a hotel.
Yeah.
But there are no plans.
Oh, apparently. No, there are plans, but it only arises when you say something. There's nothing held here for the individual. It owns a house, it owns plans, it owns tickets, it owns all these things. It has all these things for, you know, as something. And this doesn't have, there's nothing here that has any of those things. But it's not that they can't appear, they do appear. But there isn't anything that has any of it.
Right, but plans appear?
Yeah.
Okay, that was all I was saying.
Oh, right.
The funny thing is, say that.
Jeez.
You don't believe me?
The funny thing is, when he said, well, there are plans to go to the house, like you said, well, there's a car, what kind of hit me is kind of like, you know, this idea of the me things have use. If there's a car, but there's not even the sense of going to a house, even
No.
the car doesn't have a use.
No, that's right. But if that's the first thing that came up, there's a car. Are there plans? There's a car.
So there's no usefulness to the car.
Well, it was in response to, are there plans? And this just went to, there's a car.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean there really is a car.
No. There isn't a parking lot. How are you going to put a car?
There really isn't.
What's that?
There really isn't.
No, there really isn't.
Is there a room?
Huh?
Is there a room?
Apparently.
But there's just not a parking lot.
No.
Oh my God.
I don't get how there could apparently be a room without a parking lot.
Well, I mean, it's just an idea. There's an idea of a parking lot.
But the room's not an idea.
No, it's an appearance.
So what if we go to the parking lot?
Well, that'll be what's appearing.
Then there won't be a room.
Well, unless you stand right there. And then you can have the room and the parking lot. Everything.
Basically what I'm saying is I want this to be real, but
Yeah.
you're saying it isn't.
Mm.
So there's only appearance of something if you can see it? Is what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Well, in a sense, because the idea of the parking lot is also an appearance.
Okay.
The image of the parking lot or of the moon or of the world or any of those things are apparent.
Uh-huh.
But really, there isn't anything. There is only that appearing.
So I heard.
Jim, if somebody walks behind you and you turn around and you see, what do you see?
Somebody walking.
Walking around. No, I mean, do you see the person or just the top?
Whatever you
doesn't
see
exist.
is,
Huh?
whatever the eyes see is what's seen. I don't know what you mean.
It's amazing.
It's quite simple.
He's like, if you could only see the second half.
Well, that's all anyone would
of the
see then
person.
is the half of the person.
Yeah, but when I see it, in my mind, they complete the whole picture.
Oh, that might happen here.
Oh,
Yeah. A bird flew by the other day, and this went, what did it say? Scarlet tanager. I didn't even know I knew that. And it said scarlet tanager. And it was a scarlet tanager.
oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find my me wants to come up with like, develop some theory of understanding how that is the nature of things.
How what? How that which can't
How
be known?
like, no, just how whatever, it's only what appears for us that exists. You know, that.
Well, it doesn't exist.
That appears to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I find like I want to understand
Mhm.
how that is so. And I know, I mean, I guess I don't really know, but I think I know that I'll never know that. You know, but that's not knowable.
Well, the understanding it is, you can understand the idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Which is why,
what appearance means, what it really points to can't be understood.
Yeah.
But you can understand that appearance means that this is a room, but actually it's what can't be known rooming.
Yeah.
You can understand.
Yeah, and I do get a sense also how like, yeah, whatever, like if I'm thinking about England or, you know, Atlanta or whatever, you know, thinking about other places, other people, that's just that's just appear in whatever.
Yeah.
My mind, called the mind or whatever. And it has no reality beyond that.
It doesn't seem strange to me because I've studied, I had 52 years, I've studied Eastern philosophy, so I've read this and it resonated apparently when I read and heard this, but you wonder if someone who's never studied Eastern philosophy, what they would, you know, if I had never done that, if this would resonate. Maybe it would because the other...
Well, resonating has nothing to do with understanding. I think that, I imagine there's quite a number of people that understand what's being said here. I think it's bullshit. Not the thing.
I don't think it's bullshit. It does resonate with me. I just wonder if I just walked in off the street, never having, they hadn't stayed a Baptist.
Well, what I meant was that resonance has nothing to do with understanding.
Yeah, yeah. It's an energetic thing.
Yeah.
Why would people come if they thought it was bullshit?
Oh, they come here and then go thinking
Oh.
it's bullshit.
Can they come back next time?
Every meeting, I always bet with Laura which one of the people who wasn't coming back will be back. There's always a couple.
Tim, so if I'm talking to you on the phone and we're not in the same country, all there is a voice.
Yeah.
But when I see you in person, the voice is the same voice to that body. So that's proof there's a real body there on another phone in another country.
Well, the experience of me is that what's happening is real.
So if I'm talking to you on the phone and there's a voice, there's not another body somewhere else.
Oh, I mean, it doesn't really matter if there is or there isn't. That's not the point. The point is that whatever appears, the idea or the sense that there's another body or any of those things, it's just nothing appearing. In the same way as there's, for the me, there's 7 billion different realities in the world. And when there isn't a me, there's 7 billion bodies that might have apparently different perspectives, but there aren't any realities.
But also, when that body leaves, it's not really, it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, I mean, nothing ever in that sense is real. So a body leaving is just a body leaving. For the me, change is real. What happens is real. Contrast is real. Whatever appears is real. Because there's an individual that knowing the happening. That's the illusion. When there isn't anyone, there's simply what is. If that's an idea of Paris, it's an idea of Paris. Is there Paris? Who knows? Was there Paris? Has there ever been a Paris? Who knows? There's an idea of Paris.
And it only matters to the me.
It only matters to the me, because it lives in a story, a consistent, continuous story of moving through time as a reality. And in that reality of that story is the idea that it's developed, it's becoming something. It has a goal, an idea, getting somewhere.
Yeah, I thought
this
about
isn't going it just doesn't go anywhere. There's simply what appears.
So in the example you've used in the past about the milk cows when they have their calves taken away,
Yeah.
and they cry for 3 days or however many days it is.
Yeah.
So they miss their calves, but
Yeah.
they don't know their calves existed.
No. Well, there's obviously some sense of some loss, but that's what is. And it's not about what is, it's about that it's not real.
What's not real? The crying.
Nothing is.
Okay.
So it obviously has a sense of loss.
Yeah.
The cow does.
And it's apparently connected to
The loss
story,
of the loss
yeah.
of the, yeah, totally, yeah.
So there is an apparent story even for the cow.
Well, it's not a story because it's not real for the cow. It's just what is. The apparent loss. There can be loss. This could experience or have sense of loss.
But there's not a story.
There's no story.
But
There's
there
just
has to be a
sense.
story for... Do you not think there has to be
Well,
a
there
story?
isn't.
For loss?
No.
Loss just appears like...
Just like anything else, like anger or joy.
Oh. I thought it was all connected to a story, an apparent story.
Mm.
It's not.
No, well, emotions aren't. There already isn't a story.
There already isn't a story.
Mm.
But we talk in stories.
Well, no, we don't. That talks in stories. There is no story.
You tell stories.
Yeah, but there isn't a story about it. It's just words.
It's just words.
Mm. Memories.
And you really don't bring them up unless someone prompts it.
Oh, sometimes I talk about stuff.
Scarlet Jim, when you hear a story from me, do you see it as a story or just words?
Well, I mean, this here's what that's saying. But there isn't a story attached to it. This here's you people telling stories, which are sometimes interesting.
Thank you.
You don't always, you need to tell the truth.
Tony's not the devil.
But there isn't a story. The story is that I'm experiencing what's happening and it's real. That's the story.
But you do recognize that I have a story though. I mean,
There is no one that has a story, but there is the understanding that that's telling a story. That's saying that this is caused by or with or through the experience of moving through time and becoming this, which doesn't happen. So there already isn't a story.
So when the anger appears or loss, it's not connected with anything.
No, it's not. It's just what it is. Everything, all emotions, all feelings, all thoughts are already in.
The me, it's the
The experience of me.
experiencing that as something.
That's right.
I remember you saying that there is nothing connected.
Yeah.
It's only chaos,
Yeah.
probably chaos, but it's
Freedom.
It's not connected, but it's not separate
Mm.
because there's no.
It's all that.
It's all that.
Mm.
So it's not. Every feeling and everything is.
It's just simply what it
Yeah,
is.
it's simply. That's the simplicity of the
Mm.
message. That whatever appears is just complete in itself.
Mm.
Doesn't need anything.
Mm.
I'm noticing that there's a openness to, like, nothing is real. Like, it actually feels good to, I don't know, lean into that or something. And then, but then I see, like, it's like, well, there's a me that wants to lean into it or something.
Totally.
Yeah.
As if it could be leaned into.
Well, it's just that, like, so much of the time, it's not even considered that nothing is real. And
Yeah.
then I sort of like considering that,
Mm.
but yeah, I don't know. You have any comment?
Yeah. That's not what's being meant. That's not what's meant. That's not what's being said.
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I guess like anything, like trying to do anything about that is a seeker trying to do something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more to the point is that's also unreal. There's no way to lean into it because it's already everything.
Yeah, I guess I'm drawing a distinction between like no thought, like everything sort of seeming real, and then this is sort of a different thing.
Right, exactly, and it isn't.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh. It's the same thing. Why is it the same thing?
Because there's nothing real. So there's no way to lean into it. The experience of things being real is an illusion. It's also not real.
Yeah, well, if we take leaning into it out of it.
Okay, well, looking for it, open to it, any of those things.
Yeah.
Any sort of contrast is an illusion because everything is already that.
Yeah. That's,
It's
nothing
like,
more.
it seems like it's like it appears to be additional. So there's like here there's a natural love for this message is for here, for this. And then there's like, what do I do with it? What can I do with it? And that seems just like, and then it's like this strange additional energy.
I've described it exactly like that. That there's the experience of me is this plus something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An illusion. It's an illusion, an additional illusion, or illusionary addition.
Yeah. Yeah. Illusory addition.
Yeah.
I guess the me would make a contrast because I'm used to, you know, seeing, watching you and Tony on the internet, and you were way over in Europe, and I'm like, I'm done with, you know, I'm not going to travel for this, and then the next thing I check out, and you've moved here, and now I'm sitting in front of a three-dimensional you, and my mind, it's like, they're both illusions, right? When you were on the screen, right, that was an illusion,
No.
and now this is an illusion, right? This is appearance, this appearance, and that was appearance, just watching you two-dimensional on the screen. And listening to all those different accents, that was really fun, listening to, you know, the European experience.
Jim, so if there's no story to emotions, then anger or sadness or anything arising or joy, there's no one interested in where that came from.
That doesn't come from anywhere.
That's amazing. Because like the me's obviously trying to work out why do I feel anger?
Absolutely.
Because it wants to avoid that to create less anger. Or if joy rises, why do I feel joy? So it can do more of that to create more joy.
Yeah.
You don't want to create more joy or less
There
anger.
isn't someone here that doesn't want to.
There's just no interest.
There isn't anyone here.
There's no one there. And so there's no interest any longer in more or less joy or anger.
There's just what appears. It's all that.
That's what you mean when you said about the, I think you were talking about it in Chicago, about the tinkering. It's like the me has the toolkit.
Oh, totally.
And it's tinkering with emotions.
I forgot that. Yeah, tinkering is a good word.
You had the period
tinkering
when you tinkered quite a bit, yeah. The tinkering, yeah. So that whole toolkit to tinker with everything.
Tinkering, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So the me tinkers with emotions and
The me tinker is a tinkerer. I'll have a little more joy, a little less pain.
Jim, if there is no cause and effect, I mean, since there is no cause.
There's apparent cause and effect.
Yeah, that's my question. Why is apparent time such a strong appearance?
Well, all that appear for the me, everything is real. So time, cause and effect, and it all matters. Because the experience of the individual matters. The experience of the individual's I matter, what happens matters, what emotions appear matters.
And my story takes place over time.
Well, there's apparent time, but there's no one that experiences it. The experience of time is a dream.
Yeah, I loved how one of Tony Parsons' books, he says how when the self falls away, that it's obvious. Put it something like this: that it's obvious that everything is just energy. That there is no solidity to anything. Yeah, and I find myself wanting to get myself to see that.
Yeah, it
See
sounds
that
good, doesn't
nothing-
it?
I had an experience in LSD once where everything lost its solidity.
Mm.
And it was terrifying, actually. But, yeah, I guess it has that feel to it, that like, that'd be something really cool to experience. But I was struck by the fact like that the world feels so solid. Everything feels, I can see the boundaries, and maybe I can move in closer and see where some things have less boundaries or whatever, like water.
You can unfocus your eyes a little bit. Everything gets a little fuzzy.
Yeah. But I just found that fascinating. It's like, it's obvious when there's no self there. There is just no boundaries. I mean, the self is just, that's the whole issue. There's nothing that's not about the stories that the self makes. It's just the existence of the self itself that is the whole, crux of the problem.
Well,
And it is, it's like a prison cell that doesn't actually exist.
Yeah.
The self is.
Yeah.
There's no walls. There's not even any prison guards.
No. Or a prisoner.
Yeah. That's a good.
So reincarnation.
Yeah.
Is it just a story to me
Yeah.
to feel safer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It's like heaven.
Heaven, hell.
Mm.
But one of the radical non-dualists, the Irish one, Madden, Kenneth Madden, he said, well, I don't know. Could be, couldn't be, I don't know. So I get both answers.
How could there be a reincarnation if there isn't a new one and there isn't any time?
Yeah, I guess he just doesn't believe in anything solid.
Mm-hmm.
No one has no solid answers either, but I don't know. I was surprised he said that.
Mm.
All beliefs completely drop, don't they?
Yeah. Well, all beliefs about what this is, there's still, what would you call it? Sort of a reasonable expectation at night when you're driving that the road continues. If there wasn't that sort of reasonable expectation, it'd be hard to drive a car at night any further than where the lights go. That'd be tough, wouldn't it? So, reasonable expectations there, but there's no beliefs in sort of like what this is about.
Belief requires time as well as.
It's not about
It's
time
about
in that
reality.
sense. Yeah, everything, a whole story of me requires time. Well, it requires a reality of me for it to be there. But beliefs are really just, like fillers for what it doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's what makes itself feel better.
To make it, well, obviously it's got to make sense out of everything, but
It feels it does.
But it doesn't. It can't leave any gaps.
No. That's what beliefs are for.
Because it's not comfortable.
Yeah. Not to know.
Because it's threatened, yeah, by what you
Yeah.
can't know. Which,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've thought of how babies develop object permanence around like 18 months, I think
Yeah.
it is. And that we see that as like a sign of development.
Well, it is a functional sign of development.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd keep going to another house after the meeting. Oh, that could be fun. This must be fine. But a new wife every time.
But I guess I equate somehow like your experience with the babies that doesn't, like, that I mean, it seems that like, oh, if the ball falls out the window, that you can reach out and there's going to be, but it's more like that's just what happens. It's not like you have this idea.
That's right.
And whereas...
It's not about the idea, it's the experience of whatever appears.
Yeah, that you kind of learn, and you learn that objects can still be there.
It's actually brain development. It's brain development that does
brain
that.
development.
It is. Yeah.
It doesn't require any idea.
No.
But then we attach an idea, and and it's like I really do feel that the plants that I can't really see out there are, there's a ground that right there, and I have.
But it's not about seeing the appearance differently. About seeing it sort of as you're positing it as it is. That you only see half the plant and then the brain filling in the other half of the plant is somehow a me. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's just functioning. That's just functioning. It's that there's someone, the experience, there's someone that knows that's happening.
Okay.
Whether there's half a tree, half a person,
somebody knows.
Someone, the experience of knowing that that's what's happening.
And I can't get rid of that.
Knowing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's illusory.
It's not even.
And so even the effort of getting rid of it is just part of the same illusion.
But you can't see through it. There's not. I mean, if it's
There's
there,
nothing to see through. Even that illusion is that which can't be known.
So what you're saying about what appears is what it is actually the brain does its thing. It's just braining.
Totally.
And it's not my brain.
No one has a brain. They're just brains.
Your brain's running around.
that could be your tagline.
That could be your tagline. No one has a brain. He's lived in the South too long.
So in fact, not we, but
what's that?
okay, finish laughing. So in fact, the appearances of a body, mind is adaptive to the appearance of the world. Is that what it's just...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at, what do you call it? Evolution.
Yeah.
It's adapted to the circumstances. It's preparing.
I think U.G. Krishnamurti said something, maybe is referring to this. Says we have to accept the world as is, to live, to function sanely in it. Okay. Is that about?
Well, I wouldn't say that. That's more like a therapy. And that's a suggestion of how to function in the world. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't anyone that functions in the world.
Oh, maybe I'm misquoting. Maybe it's
in that interview on New Realities with Alan Steinfeld, he asks you, obviously you don't meditate anymore, and you said you could say everything now is a meditation, or everything now is meditation. Is that kind of what it's like? Like, I can't say constantly because there's not time moving, but everything is just meditation for that body, should we say?
Yeah.
How do you define meditation for you?
That's how it is. What is?
What is? Yeah.
I mean, I've never really meditated. I mean, I tried it a few times, but I guess the objective of meditation is to not get lost in all the fantasies of what the past and the future.
Yeah.
And now there's no one there. There's not this whole.
Oh, but that's not this. I mean, there's also everything happens here.
Yeah, thoughts of past and future, but there's just nothing getting lost in that. I suppose.
Yeah. Well, there's no one to get lost in it.
Well, maybe this is too dualistic, but I enjoy relaxing in my...
This isn't about you, though.
Okay. Well, relaxing and then watching my mind. And then by watching it, it calms down. So is that just more a brain thing?
Yes, well, it's looking for a better experience.
It's not really meditation. It's just, it's like relaxing my brain.
Yeah.
Just by watching
It's looking for a better experience.
That's all what other people want to call meditation. But watching my mind kind of sounds dualistic, doesn't it? So I think it's more of a brain exercise than anything.
I find it fascinating that there's no one and nothing behind any of this. There's no source, there's no center, no creator. I would never guess. And most teachings of non-duality, they like Ramana Maharshi says, it's the self. There's always something, or Pada Brahman, or they always gave some. This is it, and I see why. I may have heard this message years and years ago, but I just rejected it in the first seconds of hearing it, because it seems so unpleasant for the self.
Yeah.
But you're saying it's unknowable. It's just unknowable, so why put a story on it, right?
Well, the me can't help it. Yeah, there's no need for a story. There already isn't one. This is storyless.
Storyless.
Yeah. Storyless emptiness appearing to happen.
Jim, even though there's no sense of location there, there's an apparent localization of things, isn't there?
Well, functioning. But it's not for anyone.
No, but say thoughts are happening.
Yeah. They happen in the brain, in the body.
So there is, I don't want to use the word awareness because you'll say there isn't an awareness, but there is, it's obvious the thoughts are happening there and not over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what knows that, or what is aware of that?
It's just the way it is. There's thoughts here, there's a body there. And there isn't anyone to know.
What a release,
Yeah.
You said that, wow. Because everything is
Apparently.
so apparently. But there is no need to know what is happening.
No, there's no need.
Why everybody wants to know? You're like enjoying what is appearing.
I think I'm getting clear on this. I heard so many times that, you know, your thoughts are not self-generated. I think I realize now it means that, you know, the bodies here could have thoughts. They're not. The self doesn't exist, so it's not capable. So I guess my misunderstanding was, yeah, the thoughts are coming from somebody else. So can you
well, they're
elaborate on that?
they're not self-generated, so they're just nothing thinking. But if there's an experiencer, the senses, they're my thoughts, and that experience can have an effect on thinking, in the same way as it can have an effect on feelings.
Yeah.
Because they're either welcomed or rejected or something, either one of those things.
I guess I'm going to bring my scalpel again.
Ah.
So, in effect, the way I understand it is there is some kind of energy or stimulus or whatever. It's all one thing, okay? That kind of like does something to the cells or to the body, and then there's something that's called a thought. That's as an energy that's generated, and then since we're identified with the body, so we did.
So I wouldn't say we're identified with the body. It's not an identification. It's not the sense, it's the sense that it of ownership.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the difference is there's an owner of thinking or there isn't. And an owner of thinking then can have an effect on thinking, giving it energy.
Yeah.
Energizing thoughts.
But that owner is illusion.
Excuse me?
That owner is
The owner is an illusion.
Mm.
So there really there is no owner.
There is no owner.
So where the sense of, that's the sense of there is no owner.
Where does it come from?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a tension in the body. Yeah. And that comes the sense of knowing, and that I know.
And then to walk backs, yeah.
Is how it's going to find what it's looking for and what it considers its life.
And it feels so real.
It feels, well, the sense is, I'm real, everything's real.
Oh, that's good, yeah. That's, if I'm real, so everything else I can do.
But the effects that seem to happen are apparent?
Everything is apparent.
But
So the story of the individual is apparent. It's just an illusion.
Yeah.
It's the one part of the appearance that's completely illusory.
But you wouldn't say the effects are illusory.
No, there's apparent effect.
Yeah.
Such as it giving thoughts more energy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So it almost is like that makes it real. That
it has an effect.
That the effect.
Right. Yeah.
Gives
that
gives
experience. That experience has an effect. Religion
Yeah.
is an effect of separation. The illusory experience of separation.
Can children be raised with this message, or
Yeah, but it won't help.
it won't help? Does everybody have to go through the illusion?
No,
of
there isn't
separation?
there isn't anything to go through.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come up, it doesn't arise out of any cause. It happens for no reason, the dream of me. And it ends for no reason.
That's unacceptable to me, that it ends for no reason. It's just totally unacceptable. I'm not trying to start an argument, but it just feels completely unacceptable that it ends for no reason. Why do you think that's so unacceptable to me?
Well, it's the end of you. It's the end of your, what is it, agency.
And it's very slippery. The me's on a slippery slope in that it could just be over like
yeah.
Because my story of how I get a bit closer with each meeting feels like I'm in control somehow.
Mm. Oh, that's true.
It'll go when I'm really ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. When it goes, I'll never be ready for it.
No, of course not.
You weren't ready for it.
No, I had no idea what it was. I had no idea what the me was, and no idea what that which can't be known is.
The me will never be ready for absence, no matter how many cliffs sits on the edge.
It doesn't want absence.
No. Well, it says it does.
I know, it doesn't know what it's talking about.
Well, the progressive path is to try and get the me ready for that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I really liked Nisargadatta Maharaj's, first realize, focus on the I am, and then you see the I am doesn't exist, and then you see that you're consciousness, but you're really not consciousness. You're awareness, but no, you're really not awareness, you're part of Brahman.
Yeah.
And then you're there. Then it's
You're a part of
Pada, I don't know, it's the, like, there's Brahman, but then there's Power Brahman.
Yeah.
Ultimate Brahman, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, so it's a progressive path.
But you're saying that that's just illusion. That's playing the game of illusion.
Absolutely.
Like, even if you have, because it seems like the self can generate the experience.
Oh, I think you can.
Of going beyond the I am.
Absolutely.
That's so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
I was starting to get into that, and luckily I didn't spend much time with that.
Well, there isn't any time, so it's all right.
And I don't exist anyway.
Well, I spent 10 years with that, and I don't think I got anywhere. I tried to teach it, and that really didn't work.
This message is so cutting, isn't it? It just pulls the rug up. It's just amazing how it just comes in and goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that there's no cause that I am appears. That's like.
Well, there isn't any cause, because there isn't any cause of this.
Yeah. There's no cause of anything.
There's no cause of this.
Yeah, there's, the me, I find the me wants to create meaning, that's what allows whatever to have this, to become aware of itself, is through, but no, there's no reason.
No.
And it's not, even if it was like, some sinister, being or energy created, made us feel that we would have, no, it's not even that.
Mm-hmm.
That would even be satisfying.
It'd be better than nothing, right?
Yeah, and you're overcoming the evil.
Right. Yeah.
So you're saying that realizing that you're not the I am is still an experience.
Yeah, totally.
And I think Nisargadatta would say that too, because then he would say, then you realize you're not, consciousness, and then you realize you're not awareness. And I think he would say that's experience too, but he thought that would lead to no experience. And you're saying, no.
Well, this is no experience.
This is already no experience. But he's like given a recipe to get to the no experience.
Right.
And you're saying...
There isn't any experience to become no experience.
Jim, you know what you were saying before about there's an apparent sort of impact of the me, like religion and whatever else. But also you said in the past, the me doesn't actually have an effect on anything. I think.
Yeah. Well, there isn't anything happening.
No.
There's no me.
The joke of, well, it's not a joke to me, but I suppose it is a joke in totality. The joke of it all is guilt, which I feel so much of, is that I had an effect on something in a negative way, and now I feel bad because I could have been different. But whatever this body does, even if it's a result of feeling like a person, is out of control already. It's not like, nothing has an effect on anything.
Well, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah. There's apparent cause and effect.
So how can you say that me doesn't have an effect?
Well, there aren't any. Nothing has a cause and effect because there isn't any time. But there's apparent cause and
And it's meaningless.
effect. Yeah, completely.
I'm only asking you that so I don't feel as much guilt, but it's not going to change anything, is it?
No.
I'll still feel...
Well, guilt is completely a me experience. So without a me, there isn't any guilt.
Yeah.
Just push old ladies down.
Did you feel guilt about that prior to losing?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know that I was a guilt-ridden person.
Yeah, Tony wasn't either.
No.
So stuff like guilt and shame could be stronger based upon conditioning, couldn't it?
It could be, but it's still completely self-made.
Oh, yeah.
Self-experiences. Shame. Like in the Bible, you know, with Adam and Eve.
Yeah. But I mean, there'll be certain cultures where there'll be a stronger emphasis on shame. And
Oh,
just-
there is, isn't it?
'cause obviously-
Saving face and all that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jim just said before that there is no cause for this, which actually makes a lot of sense, resonates, and then there is this apparent cause and effect. How do you reconcile this
Oh, you
thing?
can't. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as nothing appearing as this. There is no time, but there's an appearance of time. There is no cause, but there's an appearance of cause. There is no effect, but there's an appearance of an effect. It's all that appearing. That which is timeless, causeless, meaningless, purposeless, all of that appearing as whatever appears.
Is that a play or something like that?
You can call it a play.
Yeah.
Call it whatever you like.
Yeah,
Pizza.
I mean, it's like, hey, I want to be that.
I don't want to be that.
Yeah, no, I mean, this wants to be apparent.
Oh, no, it's not like that. There's no intention.
No.
No, it's just immediate.
Well, okay, there is no intention, but there is some kind of joy in it or something.
Well, joy can appear, but there's no separation in the appearance and that for there to be a joy of it.
There is no like pretending or predicting, oh, I'm going to do this to be happy.
Oh, yeah, me does that all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying...
Sometimes it works
yeah.
and sometimes it
But when
doesn't.
there is no me, there is no predictions.
Oh, well, planning. Talk about
Physical
planning.
plan.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
planning.
But like you said, the joy happens on its own.
Yeah.
It's not...
Well, everything happens on its own,
Yeah.
including planning.
Do you think, like Gandhi did, this, he saw, he was not me, and yet...
I don't know. It's hard to call him up and ask. That'd be good.
But I can see that, it's like, oh, you know, past nonviolent resistance happened. It happened.
I heard he was very violent, actually.
Actually, told us here.
Yeah, you heard the
During
same?
his, oh yeah, I
Well,
mean,
during his younger years, that's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
well, even in his late age, when
Yeah.
Pakistan seceded, I mean, and he was horrified.
Hmm.
Killing the Hindus and Muslims.
But
killing each
Gandhi
other.
didn't, he was horrified about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like,
So
But who cares if Gandhi was enlightened?
I don't, what's the mind gonna do if it's like, you know, gotta think about stuff?
Well, no, this isn't about what needs to happen or doesn't need to happen.
Yeah,
It's just that there's no one doing any of it.
yeah. So don't make a story about it, but.
Oh,
wonder-
that is not what's being said.
Yeah,
It's being said that this can appear as a story. It's an illusion. This isn't about getting rid of the story.
mhm.
There's nothing right or wrong with this story. It's a story. This can appear as a story. That which can't be known can appear as a story. A me, separation.
Are some stories interesting and not interesting there?
Yeah, there's an interest sometimes in stories. Don't know why some of them are interesting.
Then, like an energy plane,
That's all there is energy playing.
some stories have different frequencies or something.
Frequencies. Ooh.
Well, everything is, I don't know.
I know, I've heard that.
Everything is vibrating like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
No, I hear either. No idea.
Yeah, well, I know you said there's no reason for the end of me, but I'm thinking to myself, if I'd gone to the same meetings that you went to, maybe I wouldn't be here anymore.
Probably. You missed it.
That's how I feel.
Another 10 lifetimes. It's karma.
At least. Will they all be as bad as this?
And worse. It always gets worse as you go through, because karma gets heavier.
Yeah, especially when he was.
By the way, it's all bullshit. It's just a joke.
But maybe there was but maybe there was something significant about.
No, well, there isn't
that you
anything
went-
significant about anything. There isn't a me to fall away. You're waiting for something that'll never happen.
That's also me thinking if I could have gone back in time and done it differently, or done
Well,
it
I
right.
will always come up with ideas of a way out, but there isn't anywhere to get out of it.
You don't have a single regret then?
There isn't anyone here.
Regrets?
Regrets?
Are there any
How do you
regrets?
spell that?
Are there any regrets? For no one? For no one?
Regrets?
Of the past? There's no regret.
There isn't a past.
Okay.
There's an apparent past, but who cares? It's just that,
Yeah.
which can't be known. No, I don't think there are any regrets.
And regret is all the sense that something still hasn't happened.
No, regret would be not having done or done something.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done something
Yeah.
else. But it's still in order to make this whole. I
Oh,
think-
always. That's the me's energy always,
Yeah.
is to make this whole. Well, actually it's not. It's a better experience, but in the end what's longed for is to make this whole. Yeah, it's the flatliner. The end of that sense of separation is the flatliner of so many of those me ideas and experiences. It's just equilibrium. There's no experience of equilibrium, but everything that appears is just equilibrium.
I know you're right, because I've seen, well, I haven't seen it, but there's been glimpses, and it's just, you're right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've got, so another question, when you say the me isn't there and all of that, you physically felt the contraction leave the body.
Yeah.
You said it was like,
Yeah.
so there was something in there.
Yeah.
That went.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
All right. The problem for the me is it thinks what happens matters. So a contraction leaving the body or some other happening matters to the me as though it's real, because the experience of me is real. But that's just another story. That something really happened, or that it mattered. This is it.
And the whole question about that is he's got something I haven't.
Well, in that case, if you had listened, it would be he doesn't have something.
Yeah, but I still make that as you've got an advantage.
Yeah.
Well, you, yeah.
Yeah.
The flatlining sounds better.
Yeah. Oh, it does. I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't a flat line when you've got a heart monitor and then it goes flat?
Yeah.
So death is the flat line now?
Death, yeah. It's death. This is death.
Do you think if they did a brain scan of like you and Tony Parsons?
It'd be amazing. You didn't have to start a new branch of science. We've never seen it.
It's in the genes.
It's in the genes.
You mostly think about food though, don't you?
What's that?
If they scanned your brain, you mostly think about food.
Yeah, that's true. Food and cooking. They're just pictures.
Recipes. They find out all these recipes.
That's right.
Ooh, we haven't thought to put that with that.
I remember you saying that you had an experience in your 20s. Were you seeking, were you on a specific path for that? When you had that, it just came out of the blue?
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa, I'm going to find out what this was.
And then you're really screwed.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Intent seeking it's kind of like a disability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I wonder if I could collect for that.
Yeah.
I've been disabled for a long time. Literally unfit for the workforce.
Yeah. Although, so in some places that I went, they had, what do you call it? Work meditation. I mean, how brilliant can you be to call something work meditation? So you pay to work. Yeah.
I'm not that disabled.
Are you sure?
I never was that disabled. I didn't do it either. Saw right through that. No.
You mean at work they would have time periods where you're supposed to?
No, it's literally work. They called it work meditation. I don't know, cleaning and painting and building.
Oh.
Anything, cooking,
Oh,
anything,
karma.
the whole play.
Yoga too, right?
Karma yoga is another good one. Yeah. It's not what
That
they
even
called it.
has
They called
some-
it work
some-
meditation.
Traditional words thrown, karma and yoga.
Yeah.
Don't even put the word work in there.
That's
Was it Arbeit, Macht, Liebe?
Frei.
Pride, yeah.
Don't say that in
Same thing.
Germany.
Oh.
They don't like that.
Well, it's all kind of a brainwashing, isn't it? Whether it's religion or political philosophy that became a political
Yeah.
movement.
Mm.
It's all kind of brainwashing.
Oh yeah.
And the me seems to love to be brainwashed.
Loves to be told what to do.
Yeah,
Mm.
makes it feel safer.
Is brainwashing happening here?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very efficient.
Washing the brain of all the stuff.
That's why they say we're safe, because when aliens fly by, they lock their doors. They don't come down here. Because it is madness. I mean, we could destroy the earth in 2 weeks, and 4 days, they say. You know, we could destroy
It takes that long?
Maybe not. Maybe nowadays 2 days. So it's madness. I think religion's always trying to fix that madness, maybe, but it doesn't work.
That thing about brainwashing and the need loves to be told what to do, I think that need for guidance is getting greater. That's why there's more and more authority figures that are arising, like more and more gurus, more and more self-help teachers, because the desperation, like none of it worked, obviously, and then there's more and more greater need.
It's much more complex now than it used to be.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't around in the olden times, but I'm sure you probably just had...
Like in the 70s.
I wasn't alive in the 70s. So.
I know.
Is that the olden times?
No,
But like, I imagine then you would just have your one person who ran the church or whatever your religion was, and then everyone asked them for guidance, and then it was that simple. Whereas now it's like, oh, we'll take a bit of that and we'll listen to that. Oh, that doesn't work, we'll try this new thing. And there's just new stuff popping up all the time.
Well, we are all walking around with computers in our pocket. That's a pretty, that's a big change.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Speed of information is a little quicker.
Do you think part of that was born out of seeking, not just the guidance, but speed of information and wanting to have it accessed quicker?
Oh, sure. Facebook.
It was all born out of
My
seeking.
Facebook. Should be called My Face. It's all about my face.
Me-book.
Me-book, yeah, me-book. Me-gram.
iPhone.
Yeah. My phone.
What the U.S. Army, they had ads for a while, like Army of One. It just shows one guy running across the field.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They're combining and call it My Twit Face. Combine Twitter and Facebook and my book, whatever it is that we call it.
Do you not think some of it might just be natural evolution?
Oh, I think curiosity is natural evolution, yeah.
Like as in, it could help businesses expand and reach new markets, but there's an aspect obviously of
Oh,
the
totally.
me wanting to take over
Absolutely.
more territory
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah.
Isn't that balanced though, with something else?
Isn't it balanced with something else?
Yeah.
Well, it's
we
all
wanted
that.
to- huh?
It's all that.
And it doesn't matter.
Well, it isn't really happening. For the me, everything seems to be really happening, and so it really matters. So the experience of me is owning senses, owning experience, and it's the loss of that which is the fear. And it's the owning of experiences with the sense that I'm having experiences, which makes the appearance seem real. They're my experiences, and so they matter. Yeah. There isn't anyone that has an experience.
Yeah, for spiritual people, it's about owning experiences.
Oh, yeah.
Own,
making them better, too.
You may not own a house or a car, but yeah, having the most glorious, sublime.
It's kind of funny when you go through an experience while you're in it, you don't know you're. It's afterwards that you see, oh, that was a good experience or a bad experience. But when you're going through it, at least in my case, you don't say, oh yeah, I mean, well, this experience or that experience, because you never know. I never know what's going to happen. You just follow it until later say, yeah, you did this and this and this and that. But when I was in it, it just things that happened. So the ownership comes afterwards, I think. I don't know.
How do you see humanity going?
How it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, in terms of at the moment, there's this me crisis where there's desperation for an answer more than before. How do you think that will play out?
Yeah, I think that between 50 and a million years, it's over.
A million's
That's
quite
a good prediction.
It is.
That's a good number.
It's pretty safe.
Do you think at some point humanity will destroy itself?
Oh yeah.
We won't be around to see it.
Well, I don't think completely.
There'll be.
I don't think completely. I think there's a couple of variations of them, getting together with robots, sort of a cyborg sort of thing, or who said, I don't know with what weapons World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. So that might be also another way that it goes.
I don't get what you mean by that.
Well, that the civilization as it is will be destroyed.
Yeah.
But there'll be some people left, human bodies, left that will survive. But all of development, all of that will be destroyed, and so they'll only have sticks and stones to fight.
Got it. Everything's getting destroyed. This message mirrors that. Tony kind of talks about that, doesn't he? In a way, like this message. Well, I can't remember exactly what he says, so I don't want to misquote him. But ultimately, this message is about destruction in a way. It's
Absolutely.
And that kind of mirrors what's going on in a way in the human civilization is destroying itself. I think Tony says, well, I don't want to misquote him, but something along. Yeah.
For me, the correlation is that it can.
Sorry?
It can. The mirror to the message is that civilization can destroy itself. Civilization could destroy the earth. Is in a way a mirror to the message that absolutely destroys the me.
It's amazing. I know it's not real, but it's still fascinating in a way. It's the greed of the me and the hunger for more. It's just getting out of control, isn't it?
But I've heard Tony say that there's more. He's seen more people come to his meetings, and
he did.
He sees like something, a positive change.
I don't know if he'd know that was possible.
I thought, I heard him say
there's
that
more
in his
openness.
talks, he says there's more. Yeah, it seems like there's more openness to the non-dual perspective, and then to just, I guess, for people to.
But I doubt that he said that had value.
The what?
That has value. That more people are open to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I feel the part of me that's like, I don't like the idea.
There's hope for humanity.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I feel like I want to feel like there's hope. It's like, it's like,
oh no.
Jim, what do you say? Let me bring you.
Well, since there is no death, I mean,
I know. I can.
What's the problem?
I know. In one moment, I'm like fine with it all going on. It's like, wait, no, not for real.
that is kind of the, seems like the major point of a lot of religions is that humanity is inherently good. It's just lost its way. That's the hope.
Yeah.
No, we were taught that people are naturally sinful because of Adam and Eve, because Eve ate the apple. So you're born sinful, so you gotta get saved, and then, but you're always backsliding.
Well, but the belief is that God is inherently good, right? In Christianity.
Kinda, but like he
But that's
throws people in hell forever too.
Well, he has his reasons.
And he's not.
And that's stories.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if I should laugh or not. I have no clue.
So just to be clear about what we've talked about over the weekend, there is no value in anything that's been shared here, at least from here. No value in anything. There's nothing practical that's been offered. There's nothing to take away from here. There's no information that's worth holding on to or remembering. It's not about becoming anything. This isn't becoming. The appearance is not becoming anything. It's already done. It's complete, exactly as it is. And whatever happens, whatever appears, all there is that which is longed for being this. That's it.
Thank you.